With apologies to Daniel Defoe, I'd like to share with you my take on the Robinson Crusoe story. Unfortunately, Robinson Crusoe's boat sinks. He swims to the island. But when he arrives on the beach, Manfredi is there to greet him. And Robinson Crusoe introduces himself, and Manfredi says, "Wow, am I pleased to see you? I've been here 3 years on my own. It's going to be really lovely having some company. But I must tell you, I've not been lazy while I've been on this island. In fact, I've been quite busy. I created a parliament. And as I was the only voter, I elected myself as an MP. And as I was the only MP, I elected myself as the Prime Minister to form the government. And we passed a law that I own all of this island. And I've created a legal system, and I'm the head judge, and a police system, and I'm Commissioner of Police. So we enforce the law. Every morning I go out hunting with my bare hands, and after 4 hours I come home with 1 rabbit. And that rabbit suffices me for 24 hours until the next day, and I go out again, and so on every morning. If you, Robinson Crusoe, want to stay on my island, you're welcome to do so, and I'll give you permission to go hunting in my forest every day. But you'll have to hunt for 8 hours so that you come home with 2 rabbits, 1 for me and 1 for you." Well, Robinson Crusoe is less than pleased at this thought. He says, "But I'm going to do all the work, 8 hours hunting with my bare hands every day, and you're going to lounge on the beach, go swimming when it suits you. That's not fair." So Manfredi says, "Well, on this island we have no slavery, everybody's a free man, and you don't have to accept my terms. You're at complete liberty to reject my proposal. But of course, if you do, you'll have to go back to your boat." As the boat is at the bottom of the ocean, Robinson Crusoe decides he'll stay. It's Hobson's choice for him. And so every morning, off he goes, hunting 8 hours, every evening, 2 rabbits, 1 each. At the end of 3 months, he decides, sitting in front of his little fire, the night time, he decides he can do better than this. Tomorrow, he's not going to go hunting at all. Tomorrow, he's going to make capital. Now, capital is man-made wealth, which is being used to produce more wealth. So the next morning, he's up bright and early, off he goes into the forest, looking for a very sharp stone. And when he's found one, he then looks for a very straight branch on a tree, which he hacks down with the stone, gets rid of all the twigs and the leaves, puts a sharp point on one end and some goose feathers at the other. He now has capital. He's got man-made wealth that he can use to produce more wealth. He has a spear. The next morning, up he goes for his 8-hour hunting. He takes his spear with him. And he comes home at the end of 8 hours with 20 rabbits. He gives 1 to Manfredi, and he's got 19 rabbits in front of him, and a grin from ear to ear. And Manfredi looks at him, and he says, "Wow," he says, "Robinson Crusoe, you're a clever bloke. I've been here for 3 years and 3 months, and not once did I think about making capital and increasing my productivity. But I do have some bad news for you. Your rent has just gone up to 19 rabbits." We laugh at the prospects of Manfredi collecting all this rent. But in reality, that's what happens in our society. As we improve our productivity or we reduce our costs so we make more profits, landowners will increase their rents. As we build new railways and new roads, landowners adjacent to the junctions and the stations, they will increase their rents. So for all of us, we improve our society, but the main beneficiary is the landowner. It's time we actually looked at that and tried to change it. And one simple reform that we could easily introduce is to have a land value tax, an annual land value tax that collects every year a percentage of the rental value of land, for which we can use to pay for our public services, and then we can also reduce the other taxes like income tax and profits tax and taxes on trade like VAT that damage our economy, we can reduce them at the same time.